your body still shows in the guest.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not me not doing that. Get those two.
Alright.
Want me to
Yeah,
sit
'cause
back?
because when you lean up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give me a countdown.
Alright. Going live in 5, 4.
Turn that mic down so you can get a beat right in front of you. No, like flip it.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. This your boy Daniel Lyonston Evans, and we are live inside the den. And this is our midday version of the show. Today is Wednesday. I didn't go live this morning for a particular reason. We didn't do the weekly Wisdom Wednesdays, but I got something special for you right now. We are here with very special guests, the one, the only, T Weezy, T Dub, Tim, whatever he goes by, for the one to know him back home. But this is my brother's own head, Tim. Just flew in from Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
This is like, I guess this you can consider this a godsend, because the only way he would actually be on the show is if he was sitting right here, because I've been trying to get him on Zoom and all that, and just wasn't working out. So because he's here right now, we're going live in the studio. And we also have to my left Josiah from Mississippi. Say something to your people.
What's up?
But yeah, this is my nephew here. We just vibing, man, in the office and man, just chilling out inside the den. Crazy story. He just flew in. He's actually come to pick up a vehicle, but not from me, from South Carolina. So I'm gonna be driving him to help him get the vehicle taken care of tomorrow. What's going on over here? Huh? What do they do? As always, this is a live, unrestricted, unrehearsed show. So what you see is what you get. And this is just kind of us inside the man cave, inside the den, just chilling. But what we're talking about today is just straight up entrepreneurship. We had lunch earlier. We were just talking about some things about some of the struggles, or some of the, I ain't gonna say struggles, but some of the actual just issues of being an actual entrepreneur. About it's good over being a business owner. Have to be constantly on your phone, checking things and making sure everything is right. But with being a father and being entrepreneur in today's society, we have to be in a position to reach out to our kids as well. So he's a very good teacher. He's a very good leader. He got his boys doing the same thing and doing the entrepreneurship. And we're just gonna kind of talk about some of your experiences of, since you've been a business owner, what have been some of your pros and cons about being a business owner.
Well, business ownership, entrepreneurship is the biggest struggle is growth. It's just like you're trying to stretch your skin, it's gonna hurt. So during the process of growing your business, you're going to experience growing pains. Trying to spread yourself thin, trying to duplicate yourself, those are always going to be your top struggles, because when a person hires you to do a job, as entrepreneurs, as an entrepreneur, you're still employed. You're employed by many different people versus one person. So you're contracted. So if I had to build a house as an entrepreneur, I have to figure out, best price, just all type of things that you have to go through in entrepreneurship. How to put your name on the job and make it to where the person who's hiring you that many times. That's one of the biggest struggles in entrepreneurship to me on the con side. Pros is, of course, the rewards. If you see the end of the race, you can definitely benefit some rewards, whether it's monetarily or whatever type of business you're in, whether it's a car salesman, you get to drive the best cars, Whether it's trucking, you may know who package coming next. Just different things, but really it's the reward of the check that you receive, the accomplishment.
Just for the
check.
people who don't know, what type of business do you have? What do you do?
Right now we're doing delivery. We deliver for Amazon, company called A&T Transportation. Me and my wife, Angel Evans, we own it. Been running it for about 5 years now. Growing business, pretty successful in it, I would say.
Yeah.
That's one of the business I do. I'm working on my 7, so right now my second one is I'm getting into these exotic bullies. So
Dogs, right?
stepping into that right there, yeah, the exotic bully dog. So we stepping into that area as well. Yeah.
It's like with your 4th or 5th dog. I mean, I know we had.
Man, I get dogs. Like I
I'm
get
talking about
what
the
you
bullies.
call.
I ain't talking about them other dogs.
Yeah, this is my
We
third.
talking about-
This is my 4th bully.
Shout out to
Thank you.
Oreo who's no longer with us. Didn't make the cut.
If you out there, another one bit the dust.
Another one bit the dust. This dude here, he ain't got no loyalty when it comes down to dogs.
No, when it comes down to dogs, I don't. When it comes down to bullies, I do. You talking about these little yappers? I don't have a soft spot for the yappers. Now these bullies, I got an extreme soft spot.
I done seen this man done went through Dobermans, Rock Rollers. I don't think he had no German. Yeah, he has a German Shepherd, didn't he?
2 of them at one time.
German Shepherd, Rock Roller. I don't care if God dog what kind of dog it is.
Yeah.
If it's not a bully, that dog has an expiration date. And rest in peace to Oreo, but he ain't dead. But
He ain't dead.
what kind of dog was Oreo?
He was a Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker Spaniel. He had him for about 2 years, and
We ain't had a dog for a full year yet.
it ain't been a full year. Well, I keep getting him confused with the last dog.
The last dog.
He goes through so many dogs, these little yapper dogs, so you can't really get used to them because when they get on, hey, they gone.
Yeah.
But he's very dedicated to the bullies, which is his passion, the kind of dogs that he deals with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just had a litter of Akita puppies. And that's kind of my dog breed of choice is the Akitas because, when I first discovered the breed of dogs, honestly, I said this dog reminds me of a lion. So let me get the dog that I look more like, and that's what I've been rocking with ever since. But he does Amazon, and I came down a couple years ago, pre-pandemic, and I remember working with him during the Amazon peak season. And the experience that I had, I definitely know some of the pros and cons that he's speaking about right now because I was able to experience it firsthand dealing with the trucking business and dealing with the Amazon. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. It's story time, y'all. This is one of my stories. So came down to Mississippi, had to rent a truck to run the Amazon on his team, right? So I got my truck, and I remember going to the gas station every night. We got to fill up with our diesel fuel. Truck had 2 tanks on it, so I'm putting gas in the truck. I'm good. So it's like maybe a small portion of the day between the time you leave the house and the time you actually get back home. Very, very small portion that you actually feel like a real truck driver because you have to check in and you have to go to the gas station and get your fuel and got to get that DEF, you know what I mean? That DEF for your truck.
Mm-hmm.
So my last week on the job, before I turned my truck over and before I, said my final goodbyes, I ran the route going from Mobile to Hattiesburg every night. That was my route. People on the route, they kind of get used to you coming in every night when you're doing such a good job. I make friends everywhere I go. So the people was like, oh, we gonna miss you. You coming back next year. So I'm like, yeah. So I remember going to the gas station and the woman rang me up with my gas and she was like, would you like to get a rewards card for your gas? I'm like, ma'am, real talk, I ain't no real truck driver. I don't do this for real. I'm only down for peak seasons. I go back to my regular job next week. So I ain't gonna need no points because I ain't gonna be out here like that. Everybody in the doggone gas station heard me. They bust out laughing because these guys, they do that for a living. They getting the points on their gas. every cent of that gas count, don't it?
Yeah.
They got them big gas cars and stuff. Every cent count. Like, man, this don't even matter to me. I don't need no points. I ain't no real truck driver. I'm just doing this for the night.
That's funny as hell.
So that was my experience. I definitely understand the struggle. So let me ask you this: besides the growth, what is the second biggest struggle when it comes down to keeping your business running at a certain level?
Well, the substitution, you gotta always be on your toes. You gotta always be prepared for the next problem. Notice how I said be prepared for the next problem, meaning you are the solution to the problem. Because every day ain't gonna go how you want it to go. So you gotta be able to roll with them punches. So just being prepared, to me, would be the second.
Being prepared, and notice you said substitution, meaning that you have to be able to put people in the right places where they belong, and they have to be able to fill in. On that road, man, things don't always go according to plan, but you have to always have a solution to the problem, because with these Amazon contracts, you might not get a second chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your truck break down, you got to have a backup plan to get that truck on the road to get the package delivered. Because Amazon take pride and they what they call the Amazon the Prime membership and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They take pride in their Prime memberships, and the package ain't delivered on time, then they don't like giving back refunds. I don't think.
Yeah.
Nobody likes refunds, though, right?
Nah, nobody. But yeah, you gotta be able to substitute everything in entrepreneurship, man. You gotta be able to substitute your income. In other words, you gotta plant this seed, because if this one don't work out, you got this one to go, you got that one don't work out, you got that one to go, but if they all work out, then hey, you got all three. So that type of substitution is necessary as well. If you get a job decrease, your money get cut, you got to figure out how to substitute to make up for that money. So because you've already acquired a certain lifestyle, you basically signed your life for these certain bills, so you got to be able to hold up for those. So if this fail, the show got to still go on.
Oh yeah, show must go on.
We got 4 cameras, one of them went down, but hey, we still got 3 of them pumping.
Oh yeah, always. And I have that same mentality. Obviously, we was cut from the same cloth. But me personally, I feel that one of the biggest misconceptions of being a business owner and entrepreneurship is people think that this is an easy thing to do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's you're a blessed person if you can make something chaotic look easy. We talking about that kind of stuff. Look at Michael Jordan when he was playing ball, the way he was gliding through the air, made it look effortlessly. But you try to do that, you can't do the same thing he do.
Can't do it.
When the game is on the line, most people don't want to be responsible for missing the winning shot.
Mm-hmm.
But Michael Jordan say, "Give me the ball. I want to be responsible for either making that shot or not making it. If we lose because of me, then I can deal with it." But so being an entrepreneur, you got to have that type of tendency where you want to, when the game is on the line, let me be the one to take it over. But people think that this is an easy thing, man. Why do they think that entrepreneurship is so easy, man?
You just said it. When you do it, you make it look effortlessly, then they think they can do it. It's like the movies, man. You see Fast and the Furious, they be driving, soon you get in the car, you get done watching it, what's the first thing you do? You hitting buttons like you're going fast and everything. It make it look easy, but that's all stunt. That's all trained, rehearsed, organized, coordination. The same thing we've been doing since 5-year-olds. Since we're 5-year-olds.
Yeah,
We're doing the same thing.
Our first business we had was a doggone lawn service.
Selling snow cups and stuff. We had to sell that snow
But
cups.
I'm gonna take it a step further. His first business was selling
the chocolate.
turtles.
Oh, the turtles, yeah. The turtles too. But the world finest chocolate. I wouldn't do that too.
World's finest chocolate. Man,
the turtles, man. I try to sell everything but drugs. I tried that one day and it didn't work out. I said, nah, I'm
He was probably one of the worst drug dealers in the world.
The worst one ever,
a
man.
drug dealer with a conscience. Look here, don't smoke it all, but just have this little bit.
Hey, man.
Or he was like, "Hey, you want your receipt? What drug dealer get our receipts? Man, you better go somewhere and sit down. You ain't made for this."
I wanted the packages to look nice, my logos on it, everything.
He wanted to put his logo on the dog on the dime sack. You know what I mean?
Tagged everybody, come get it from me. Nah,
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Nah.
But shoot, man, I made a reference on the show the other day. I was talking about my LBC, and I said shout out to Tim. He probably the only one that knows what an LBC is. What's the LBC, bro?
He may know the LBC.
What's an LBC?
I just told him what the LBC was the other day.
He
ain't gonna know. I just told him the other day what the LBC.
What's the LBC, Josiah?
Him and Sean.
He don't know. He taking too long. He don't know. He taking too long.
LBC, man, little boy career, man. Little boy career. You are still within your little boy career. Once you graduate, then
man,
you're from a little boy to a rusty. But in that amount of time, that's your LBC. What you do in your LBC, man? 2,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you did, you can't get outside that LBC.
But you know what though? I have a lot of respect for Josiah. Not because he's my nephew, but because he's actually somebody who, I mean, I know we were talking earlier about sometimes you can bite off more than you can chew. And sometimes he gets himself in situations that he can't handle because I kind of got that same thing going on. I feel like I can do anything. And sometimes I can't do it, but I want to at least attempt to do it. But I ain't gonna never tell somebody, that I can't do my job. So sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. But Josiah is somebody who actually like wants to learn about business. A lot of kids his age are not really, their minds are not even on money or business. They mind on stunting, trying to. Can you rap, son?
No, not at all.
Okay, so
not at all.
He shook his head, but he didn't get the question all the way through. But he ain't interested in rapping. He's not interested in drugs or anything like that. From what I have seen him from a distance and up close, he's somebody who is worried about trying to learn how to work, make some money. He's trying to follow your footsteps. He done had a couple of cars, in his name and stuff like that. So that's something that, I respect, because I know that as long as he's following his father's footsteps, even if he get it wrong, he gonna still end up getting it right, because it just takes that one opportunity.
Yeah, but he got to do that on his own dime.
Well, I mean, he ain't got no dime yet. He ain't got a dime yet.
That's why certain things you can't. When I say you ain't ready yet, that mean I ain't ready yet either.
Yeah, you ain't ready.
I ain't ready to have to wipe up with you the milk you done spilled.
Yeah,
I got to clean my own milk up over here. So you just hold tight. Don't do nothing, but don't make no milk.
But how does that make you feel, knowing that he has the ambition to be great, and he's trying to be great because he's trying to live up to your expectations?
I mean, good and bad at the same time. Good because, who wouldn't want someone to, try to outwork them? If we all outworked each other, then we'll be like Big Mama said, mighty, mighty fist and like a mighty, mighty blow. You know what I'm saying? But the eagerness is what's scary, because that's just like me coming up, eager to do certain things. If I would have waited on certain things, it would have been a little bit, and I don't know how a black Mexican look with a bald spot, but see these spots here, what you call yours? You say Brody platinum spots?
No, yeah, my hair is platinum. They're not gray.
I got spots in my head that's bald because of stress. So if it took 36 years to accumulate this, you know what I'm saying? I got about 4 grades, but that come from stress. That come from my back is strong. I carry a lot. So I'm trying to tell him how not to go down that bad road, because I already know what's down there. So just slow down, because if you go fast, you may crash.
So for you, Josiah, we're going to focus on you right now. What have you learned in your experience in following and watching your dad, and what is the message that you would have for other 17-year-olds? Because you're going into your senior year in high school this year, right?
Right.
What is your overall lesson you learned, and what's your overall message to other people that's probably looking at what they're going to do after they graduate? I know you got a plan already, but what about your friends who don't have a plan? What would be your, know?
Well, starting off, when I first met Tim, I was one of those kids that had a dream of what they were going to do, but had no reason or no proof of why I was going to do it. I was one of those kids that was just saying, hey, you can be an engineer one day. But I did no research, no reason at all for me to continue saying that. And because of him and what he's taught me so far, I've been able to actually get a hold of what I'm gonna actually do, like actually grip my future and understand it. I have a high respect for school itself now that I've talked to him and spoken to him and been with him for the past 3-4 years. It's allowed me to realize that following the path this world is putting out for me is gonna have me looking like the rest of the world in chaos, needing help, almost not being able to hold himself together. So I would say that the biggest lesson that I've had from him is paying attention, learning, using that knowledge to better myself, better others, because you got to give back. If you don't give back, it's not going to come back to you the same way that you want it to.
Yeah.
So doing all that, it's made me better in general. And my message to my generation, if I were to talk to somebody in my generation, it would be to remove them. I would say remove themselves from my generation. And by saying that, I mean looking at our generation and saying that what we're being taught by the music we're listening to, by our surroundings, it's not really the best thing. Because as of right now, we're being taught to kill each other. Honestly, if you listen to the music that we listen to, we're being taught to kill each other. So I would say to step back, look at it, and see how you can make yourself better. Because as you said, a lot of people that are coming seniors with me now, they're not paying attention to the future right now. They're more so trying to go party, go have fun, go do stuff that they're not really like. I wouldn't say go have fun, but do stuff they're not really supposed to be doing right now. Because right now, I would say the most important thing for somebody my age is to be prepared. Because I listen to a lot of people that are in their 40s and 50s, and they're always telling me to do what I need to and pay attention in class, pay attention in school, pay attention to those who are trying to teach me, learn how to work. Because they're saying that they're in a position to where they're still having to work when they should be retired.
Yeah, I mean that's our plight, man. Is by not making the right decisions early on in life, we have to suffer for it later on down the road. And just listen to this man talk, man. Ain't a whole lot of 17 years old gonna be able to come up with an answer like that, man. That's why I respect this dude. And you know what I'm saying? You doing your job, brother. You doing what you gotta do to raise this boy the right way. And you can't do nothing but respect that. I remember going back to what he said, you know, when we coming up, man, we had to walk the straight and narrow. To the point where, you know, sometimes I think about my high school years and I say, I should have took more chances. I should have had more fun. Sometimes I regret the fact that I was too strict, because I was listening to a guy the other day and said, you know, if you knew you was gonna survive, you know what I'm saying, like how much more would you enjoy if you knew you was gonna survive? Like a lot of people, you know, they stay real strict on the straight and narrow because the fear of going out, getting killed, getting robbed, stuff. You want to stay close to home. You want to stay grounded in the root and the things. But if you knew you was gonna survive your childhood, you know what I'm saying? If you knew you was gonna survive your high school years, then how much more fun, how much more time would you enjoy your life knowing if you knew you was going to survive it? Like we didn't know we were going to survive it or not, so we kind of were playing it safe. You know what I mean? But I think about that because you know what I'm saying. I think you and TJ probably had more fun than I did as far as coming up to, like, you know, being able to kind of like enjoy things a little bit, you know, when it came down.
Because you was in charge, you was responsible.
You know what I'm saying?
You had the Josiah role. It don't matter what we do, you responsible.
Yeah.
It's on you. So yeah, we had fun. But we knew you had to suffer the consequences.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That sounds about right too.
That's crazy, man. But I respect the young man because he has a working mentality, and I know it don't sound like he's picking up on everything that you're putting down. He's not going to be able to pick up everything you're putting down. But the most important things, I believe that's enough. Some people have the type of leadership that if you just get 20% of what you're teaching them, then he'll be better than 80% of the world who ain't getting none of what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just the little 20% that he might be picking up, you can tell that he's being influenced because of the way he's talking and his mentality. Now, that 20% is gonna always fall short in your mind. But I believe that if you hold on to what he has, then I think he's gonna be way better off than than a lot of people coming up his age.
Yeah, he better out than a lot of them right now. And I say that with pride. It's just that at the end of the day, you gotta slow down because you're gonna get there. Y'all gonna get there. How fast you get there, you may get there faster than me, but it's time for you to go. You don't know the stage you're welcome. You gotta just slow down and get there when you're supposed to get there.
That's very
slow
important.
down, get there when you get there.
Overstay your welcome. Understand that everything you do is in seasons. You know what I mean? If you arrive to your season prematurely, by the time you get caught up in being there, you already on your way out the door. You look at people in the rap industry, when they come up at a young age, by the time they really hit their stride, they the old man of the industry. Like the industry is so young, it's recycling and it's getting younger and younger every year. You remember when Justin Bieber was that cute little kid off of YouTube? Baby. Oh, now he's like, what? Is he 30 years old yet? They got married, you know what I'm saying, with a kid, probably whatever, and he is like the old guy right now. And you think about Justin Bieber, the old guy. Justin Bieber ain't only been in the game for like maybe 12 years or whatever. But because he came out so early, it's like now, like, do something else. We done heard this before. Like, what are you doing now to advance your game to the next level? T-Pain went off.
You gotta start singing about after love, man. You gotta start singing about sex. Because
you sing about sex now?
Not great. Yeah, of course. That's how they sing about now.
Well.
But I'm saying more for, it's almost like when you're 1 year old, you want to be 2. When you're 2, you want to be 5. When you're 5, you want to be 8. When you're 8, you want to be 10, because each level comes with a different prize.
Level of responsibility.
When you're 12, you want to be 12 because you can start going to little school dances or this here, or 14, you got homecoming, so you want to wait. I didn't want to go to homecoming before time. I wanted to go when I was supposed to go so I can enjoy the thrill of, hey, this is my year.
Exactly.
It's my year. On prom, I went to prom early because we had a baby early, but so I wanted to go ahead and just at least do it, but it wasn't my time. So during the 12th grade, when it's prom year, I ended up going with my baby mama or whatever, but you just have to do things in moderations. When it was time to drink, by the time you're 21, you want to enjoy your first drink instead of
18.
When you're 18, and that time when you're 21, what to do? You done did everything. You done had sex, you done drunk, you done smoked, you done did everything for 21. So you arrived, you're here. But what to do next except pay bills, work?
Trust me,
never get old.
Don't rush to get to adulthood, because when them bills come, they ain't gonna never stop coming.
Yeah.
And then your excuses ain't gonna never be enough for no bill collector. So you got another year left with these excuses, and then the excuse ain't gonna even be good enough, even for your daddy, because right now you still in school. When you ain't in school, what do you bring to the table? It's gonna be like that Janet Jackson song. What have you done for me lately? Yeah, you graduated, but what's next? Yeah, you got a car and a job, but what's next? Are you gonna,
one of the best things they have, him and all the kids. I got 7 kids. I mean, I ain't got 7 kids. I got 5 kids to take care of.
I'm about to say, you got those.
Yeah, man, I got 5 kids to take care of. So 5 kids, man, we got 7 acres. Everybody, if they needed to, they have an acre apiece. I'm like, Papa, that I'm gonna give each of these kids an acre apiece. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they needed to, once again, when I say I'm kicking them out, because I'm kicking them out the nest. 18 or graduation, you got 2 months after that, and you're getting down. The reason why mine have a time limit is because they're already in training. They're already learning how to fly. So when it's time for that age is only so they can start signing their own legal documents. I'll emancipate them so they can sign their own legal documents. But When you come to my house, I need you, if you turn down my road, I need you to keep going down to your house down there. You know what I'm saying? But you got your land. All you gotta do is put something on it, whether it's a house or trailer, put something on it. You may not want to be so close to me. I don't know. Then you gotta pay the extra price. But what price I paid for come with free. You know what I'm saying? You get your own land. You don't owe me nothing for the property. Just put your house on it and build and get on. You know?
And see, it's not a whole lot of people that actually think like that. You know, you're trying to build, and this is another thing that I don't think the children understand. I don't think you got to be in tune with your spouse to understand this, but I don't think the children understand that the investments that we make as entrepreneurs, it's only 20% for us, 80% for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The 20% is knowing that, you know, we're able to build something that can last for generations. That's 20%. Everything else is for you don't have to struggle as hard, or you don't have to be looking for the government for funding or looking for somebody for a loan or whatever. If you play your cards right and you're an asset to the team, then you're actually securing your own future. So here's the story. There was this builder who built houses for this company for 30 plus years. He took his time with all these houses because he believed in putting his name behind his work. So the boss comes to him. He was getting up in age, and he kind of wanting to retire, but he couldn't afford to retire. So he, kind of working, but he had like a little chip on his shoulder. So the boss man came to him and said, "Look, this is gonna be the biggest house you ever built. This is your last house, and then I'm gonna pretty much let you go. I know you need to go ahead and retire and go do your thing. So make me proud. This will be the last one, and then you can ride off into the sunset and pretty much retire." The man in his old age, got really, anxious to retire, and so he wants to start cutting corners. Knowing what he would spend his time on, he started doing it in taking a little bit extra, cutting corners, and he ain't do the best job that he normally be known for doing. He just felt like the man was just using him and just like running him all the way down to his last day. And so he ended up cutting corners, and he probably saved about 2 months off the house, probably saved the owner of the company probably a couple $1,000s worth of materials because he cut corners. And so, one of those things, man, he felt like the job is done, called the boss, "Hey, the house is ready." Guy came out and inspected the house and said, "Do it meet your expectation? You good to go?" He said, "Yeah, it's good. It's a decent, solid house." He said, "Okay." So upon leaving, he threw the guy the keys and said, "This is your house. This is my gift to you for working for me 30 years. So this is the keys to your house." So after receiving the keys, he had a second thought because he knew how many corners that he cut on his house. And he started thinking that, well, I didn't do as good as a job I normally would do, but I didn't know he was going to be giving a house to me to live in myself. Like, I didn't know you do it for me, So the moral of the story is, you have to work that last one just like it's your first one, because you don't know what type of reward is coming in the future. I think a lot of people give up a little bit too soon. And we can read this book, Think and Grow Rich, about the guy that stopped 3 feet from gold because he just felt like it wasn't going to happen and ended up giving up. So, when we make these investments, it's only 20% for the entrepreneur, 80% for the kids. And because you're hanging, I told this story for a reason, because you're hanging so close to your dad, you're picking up all these tools and all these nuggets that he's throwing out there. By the time it comes for you to build your house, he already paid for it. He already paid for it with his blood, sweat, equity. And all you got to do is be faithful and be, trustworthy. And then you'll be able to benefit, and you'll that take you long further than anything else in this world is picking up what he's putting down, learning the craft, learning the business. You know, at 17 years old, man, I didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue.
Not a clue.
On how to run a successful business other than cutting grass, washing cars, and things like this. But this man done put you in the driver's seat of an actual business for you to learn how to do this, and you will end up talking about those guys you going to school with this year, the 12th grade year. When they get out of school, what are they going to do? Well, you'll be able to say, look,
Come work for me.
I'm taking applications. I need somebody who's dependable. And you in the classroom, if you look like a nerd or whatever over there in the corner, like you don't know what's going on in the world, and one day they have to come work for you. And they'd be like, I never knew that you was, you know, this smart. I knew a guy that I went to high school with named Lentwood.
Mm-hmm.
He's always have fat, not a money. Lentwood McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Always had a fat stash. I'm like, man, where this dude get all this money from, man? Like, I ain't never seen it. I had 2 jobs in high school. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, he had he worked with his dad doing brick masonry. He do masonry work, you know, doing brick work. And when he got out of high school, he was already prepared to run a brick business.
Mm-hmm.
And he done built some real houses out there in Swan Lakes and out there in the area.
Yeah.
He was actually out there building houses. And he got all that training while he was in high school. People like that, I was like, man, I wish I had some training like him. You know what I mean? Because he stood close to his dad. He listened to what his dad told him to, and he was able to make him $3,200 a job. You know, $5,000 on a job, and he had that money. I'm like,
we had some dudes like that coming up too. Them summer round boys, they had big stuff already set for them too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Some people, man, they have it set up, and it's they go the opposite way because they want to do stuff their way, and that don't make sense to me. Because let's say back in the days, Joseph was a carpenter, so Jesus became a carpenter.
uh-huh.
Why not follow the footsteps of your father who already set it up for you?
Yeah, especially if it makes sense.
If it makes sense, because if it's a good job, I'm basically giving you my contacts and my
The
business,
blueprint.
The blueprint.
Like when this man retires from working, you should inherit everything and more because you're able to add value
Yeah,
to
if
the
I'm gonna
business.
give it to anybody, it's gonna be the ones who can run it like me.
Yeah.
Not my wife,
Who you got?
but my son. It's the same thing.
Huh?
It's the same thing. Watch it.
Oh, you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to be in
Yeah.
position to take over what the legacy that was already built.
I mean, I go off of the African tribe things, man. My wife is my wife, but the boys is gonna take care and hold it down because they gonna need. In my absence, they supposed to take care of her. They supposed to make sure she's straight.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to give my business to my boys because they gonna run it with iron fists. They shouldn't have these emotions and these different things. They're gonna run the business how it's supposed to be ran. And that's why I tell them a lot of times, you gotta watch me closely. They have to watch me how I run the business, how I treat my wife when it comes to business. And I have flaws. I got some good stuff. I got some bad stuff too. But I put the whole picture out there for them to take and say, when I be better than this person, this is how I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna take the flaws that I see, and I'm not gonna do it like that. But the goodness, I'm gonna take it and make it better.
Yeah. And you have to pay attention to the flaws so you can fix the mistakes. You know what I mean? When he gets to his age of, he ain't got nothing left. You should be able to pick up his notepad, and in the words of Tupac on Juice, what are you gonna do with this notebook? I'm gonna do what he wanted me to do with it. I'm gonna use it. Take that book as your entrepreneur Bible and dissect it. Go back to those dates. I remember when he purchased this wood. I was there. What was wrong about this? What was right about it? I remember he had a problem with the guy. Write down them notes so when you start doing your own, when you have a son, you can say, let me show you what I learned, but I want you to watch my mistakes because I'm going to watch my dad's mistakes and the things that he done wrong, I'm going to correct these mistakes.
Right.
Because it's going to be a different time between when the sun sets on his life and the sun rises on your life. That's a whole different time. So the things that he wasn't able to get done because of the accolades and because of the economy, the COVID, you can say, I'm not dealing with none of that. Ain't nowhere in the world a carpenter in Jesus' time should not be able to make a better living in today's technology with all the machinery that we had. They was cutting wood with that doggone, they were making saws and cutting wood. Now they got electric saws. So understand how easy the job has getting over the years. Now what you watching him do, it's gonna be a whole lot easier whenever you take over. But be a good steward. Be a good steward of information, education, and most importantly, be a good steward of opportunity, because opportunity waits for no man. Understand that people will pay to be his be his apprentice that you're getting for free. You know, I have people that I mentor that offered just to be in here for free, just to follow me around to learn some of the things that I'm doing. And I'm like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But that's a great honor to be in the presence of somebody who can actually bring value to your life and not have to be charged to do it, but to get this information. So opportunity is important. So you're in a very good position right now to learn as much as you can while you're young. So that when you're old, you'll be able to make everything easy for your wife, for your kids, for your family, all because you were able to take notes and take it a step further than what he did. I mean, I know he might not have all the answers, but he got most of them.
Man, like I told this joker here, he better come on, because one thing about me, you want to beat me and fill my shoes. These shoes steadily growing.
Oh,
I ain't stopping. I'm at prime right now. So my prime, oh, y'all gonna be better than you. Shoot, you better catch up, because you got a long way. And I still got a long win, baby. I got
a long way to go, a long win.
I got a long win. I don't plan on stopping. Even when I plan on stopping, I don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
This is all designed for you to come to a point one day where you can, turn it over and shut it down. I don't do a business that I have to be a part of my whole life. Like, I don't want to be on a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
All my life. Man, that is a miserable life, knowing that I can't never stop.
Yeah, man, I done been there. That's why my exit plan now is, these boys, my exit plan. Even these girls, boys, huh? Even the girls, because like I say, these boys take over the trucking. I just feel like in my heart that if I do right by them, they're gonna do right by me. If I get old, blind, and crazy,
they gonna take care of their father after he can't do nothing for himself.
Maybe so, So I do something every once in a while, give them $10 here, there, make them feel good.
$10.
But now the thing about it though is what they get and what they pick up on is, like you said, front row seat to what I can't teach. I don't call myself a teacher, because I'm not this person who's gonna sit down and write this book and tell you play by play. I'm gonna say you just gotta watch. And you gotta watch.
Well, watching also is taking notes and learning your tendencies.
Yeah, but see, they have to do that piece. They gotta pick up the pen and pad, because we didn't learn this by book. It was just by doing. That it has to go out there and do something amazing that we didn't know, and we just did it.
Yeah.
We took our whole freaking land, came from Johnson Drive and Gulfport with Twin Lakes, all woods. It wasn't X amount of months later, the whole land was cleared. We ended up burning. We still got the whole land cleared off our backs and a bunch of Bigfoot pizzas.
Yeah. And I found out, another way to get some of that stuff done was, I know that you can pay somebody to clear your land.
Yeah, if you got big enough timber, they'll buy it from you.
Set them the trees, and they'll do it for free.
If you got enough timber on there.
If you got enough wood. Yeah. So there are not even that right there by itself. It's some game that nobody ain't gonna teach you. You got to learn that game.
Yeah,
How do I want this thing done? I need to pay this much money to get it clear, or I can offer them trees and let them have it.
Mm-hmm.
You kill two birds with one stone. He making money off your trees. You getting your land cleared, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy. That's negotiate. That's some skill that you gotta learn. And like I say, he ain't gonna do everything right, but you gotta write that down too, because write down the X's and the O's. I remember we playing football, man. Coach will run like 6 plays.
Coach.
Run it left, run it right, up the middle, probably one passing play, and we run them plays the whole game. And why do we want to run on new plays, Coach? Because they ain't stopped it yet. I'm going to keep running the play till they stop it.
That's it.
You got a team on the other side, they got 100 plays. You just stop every last one of them. Why do you keep running the same plays? Because they ain't stopped it. So when you see the plays running, 22 fullback blast.
Right.
That play is going to guarantee you at least what?
When the time gets where you need them 2 points, run that play. It's going to get you in there.
It's going to get you.
It's designed to get you in there.
You got to know what play to run for what is called situational football. You got to know.
Yeah.
You got to know what play to run at what time in order to make sure you can move the ball. And then, entrepreneurship. This is the secret that everybody don't know. The object of the game is put points on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to score the touchdown, right?
Yeah.
If you ain't scoring points, then you ain't winning, right? But everybody wants to score the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your team ain't touchdown material.
Sometimes it ain't.
But you can win a game off a number of field goals.
So
Work your doggone field goal kicker to death. That's 3 points. 2 field goals equals what? 6 points. That ain't nothing but a touchdown. So you got to know how to hold them and how to fold them. You got to know when it's time to kick the field goal and you get points on the board, like what you had to do before you came here, and when to put everything on. Always put on everything on black.
Everything black.
And run down the field. Everybody running goal routes.
Look, I did it with trucking now, man. I never get in a position where I had during the 10 trucks that I owned. I built all the way up from 1 to 10 trucks in a year's worth of time. But then after the peak season was over with, I'm down to 4 trucks. I got 10 trucks, but I got inexperienced drivers.
I was there to witness that.
So I said, man,
I was there to witness. I came
I'm
down
not
that
gonna
year.
get back to that point again. I ain't gonna get to that point.
I don't get no love, man. That's not. You're gonna be on camera for that song.
Yeah.
I was there to witness the 10 truck build up from 1 to 10, and the part that I really struggled with is watching these trucks go from 10 down to 4. Even though I ain't spent my money on these trucks, I know the blood that's in this dude. Like, man, this dude gave these people opportunities, inexperienced drivers, tearing the trucks up, walking away like it ain't my problem. When you were dealing with people in entrepreneurship, they're not going to treat your business like you are because their money is not being spent.
That's it.
So the loss is not gonna hit them the same. So you have to make sure you dealing, and I like to use this word very, very loosely. I don't even like to call my workers employees because I have to expect employee mentality. Tommy, Caleb, EJ, Elaine, these are my business partners because as you've been able to taste some kind of delicious, she's going to be launching a restaurant that I'm going to be supporting as a partner. And I need her to be confident in her ability to be a partner instead of an employee. Yep. Caleb is a partner. He don't work for me behind the scenes. He is my business partner. We get ready to start this gaming cafe, and next week, the week after next, we're gonna do a whole show on just talking about that business that we're gonna be starting. But I have to have faith in him, not as an employee, but as a business partner, because I have to trust him to get his part done. These folks that's driving the trucks, if they don't have ownership, then they just gonna be like, the truck broke down. Make sure my check ready on Friday.
Right. That's how it works too.
And I know you don't witness that. So take notes, because these are the same people that if they hang around long enough in this industry, you gonna probably end up being their boss, and you already know what experience you didn't have with the daddy, and you're gonna be like, nah, it ain't going down like that. You know what I mean? You might not have the kind of heart that he has as far as like trying to give people a chance. You might be the cutthroat boss. Oh man, it's effed up. Your daddy gave me a chance. I ain't my daddy. You know what I mean? You ain't getting these chances with me. I ain't going down that road because I saw you tear them trucks up with him, but you ain't gonna tear my trucks up. You never know. You know, some businesses go in generations where the one generation is like, oh well, it ain't been the same since Easy E.
It ain't been the same.
And then the new generation say, oh well, this company done went downhill since since Tim left or whatever. But it's just all about how you handle what you're given and how you're able to make things happen better than take it a step further.
There you go.
So what's your next? What's some of your next plan? I know you had to pull the plug on the Timber Hills. What you got coming up now?
Well, man, I'm just taking a couple of years and trying to enjoy my midpoint. That's what I call my midpoint before my retirement begins. Even though my retirement just won't be full-time work, which right now we're driving trucks, here and there. But I'm gonna take some time and enjoy a little bit while I'm making money. But yeah, but my fruits is gonna be more of, hey, I'm gonna book a load to California to drive to Disney World, you know what I'm saying, and make some money and be in the semi truck, you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna actually enjoy a portion of the trip. So I'm trying to flip over to that side.
So you're gonna be getting into 18 wheelers then? You gonna be doing that?
Yeah, I'm trying. Well,
I know no box trucks loads going to California, is it?
Hey, we'll take it.
Price right.
If the price is right, you gonna get it road. It's a long ride there, but in California,
you get long gas and long sleep and get some blow matches, put in the back of that box truck, and make it happen.
Wow.
Get it popping.
That's getting it done right there by any means necessary. That's getting it done.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the time with that, man. Between that and the dogs, that's gonna be a full-time job.
With the
dogs, yeah, because I'm gonna get to the point to where I'm gonna be grooming them. I'm gonna be having a dog where we can watch them for you, dog daycare.
You gonna get into the whole dog business?
Yeah, the whole dog business. I'm fully invested.
So you're gonna be like a kennel?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I was actually working on my new thing here. I was trying to go a timber kennel, but was it timber paws? But
timber paws?
I ain't like that, so I'm gonna go with them 3E kennels.
3E kennel.
3E kennels.
I just came up with a name last week. I forgot what it was, but I was gonna take my ladies here, Miss Elaine with Some Kind of Delicious, and then we have Thea. She has her own little catering thing too, and then Jenna Marie has her stuff, and I was gonna turn them all into like an umbrella business. I think that's like LP something, Lions Pride Palace or something, where it's gonna be an umbrella for all three of these soul food restaurants. You got the soul food, and you got the bakery, and then you got the other all the food that they can do and bring it together, man. Start a restaurant chain, man. I mean, we from the South, man. We try to bring good flavor everywhere we go. I mean, you had the place New Orleans earlier. Did it taste like New Orleans to you? Because the guy ain't authentic from New Orleans, huh?
To me, it's like New Orleans.
It don't. It ain't 3E exotic kennels. Okay. And you're gonna be dealing with just bullies.
Bullies, man.
Pit bull puppies.
Well, the Frenchies too, man. Frenchies.
The French bulldog?
The little Frenchies, yeah, the little small ones with the big ears.
Oh, they do good for dogs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I might not get into the full-time Akita business, but I ain't really got a whole lot of patience for that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I have patience for my own. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Hey man, I rather deal with these dogs than to deal with these
hurt humans.
Yeah, the engines.
Oh my goodness!
I know what the dog's gonna do. it ain't gonna take me too much time to train a dog to do what it do.
Yeah.
But an engine, that joker there, he may act like he your friend, but he like a pit bull. So it's a different type of dog than a bully.
Yeah.
A pit bull, he may turn on you. I don't know. I don't deal with pit bulls.
Pick of the
I
litter.
deal with bullies. So hey, I better take my chance with these dogs though.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the money you invest into a dog, huh? You know
Yeah,
what
man.
you're gonna invest in.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he ain't gonna take your truck up. He ain't gonna not show up, miss another show. He your dog. You take him when you need
He
to
your
go.
show dog.
Your
He don't miss
dog.
shows. He is the show.
He is a show. If you don't,
And
you
then
get
put
the
that on
2-3
the, put
show.
that on the shirt. I don't miss shows. I am the show.
Yeah. Copy right there real quick. Yeah. That's right.
What kind of hat that you got on, man?
Oh man, it's one of them Atlanta, Georgia Versace's.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, man.
You bought that last year?
I'll be buying stuff all the time, just let it sit up.
Well, you a hat wearing joker, boy.
That's it.
I got
man.
something special. I got something special. I was gonna show you, but I got something special coming.
I take a rental fee right now. I mean a rental cap. I mean I take one back. I take a rental cap back now. Muffin cap back blue. But
I
yeah,
got a
man.
surprise because I'm working on something for you. I ain't got it all together yet, so I ain't, but I did.
How long we been on, Tyrita?
56 minutes. You got somewhere to be?
The restroom, man.
Oh yeah, you done started.
The restroom, man.
Hey, TJ. TJ.
TJ. If our mama used to call TJ.
All right, come in.
I mean, yes, sir.
Kingdom 32. Capital K, Kingdom 32.
Okay.
All right. So let me show you this. I'm gonna have to. I can't hold water. I don't like I don't like keeping secrets and stuff like that. Where I don't tell them. Not saying that I ain't trustworthy, but this is what I have put together.
Yeah, let me see. Hey, yes, man, yeah. When I hold that dog on suit, man.
I mean, I got it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let me
That's
see
gonna
that,
be
man.
that's gonna be your version.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
I like
It's gonna
that.
be coming soon. Coming soon.
Okay.
Bellissimo. Coming soon. Bellissimo hats.
Yeah.
Coming soon. You approve this? You approve of this?
Yeah. I like
Okay.
that.
I got that. I mean, I ain't. I'm gonna make sure
Yeah, man.
you see it. When you see it again,
Yeah.
you gonna know. All right, that's it. That's it
Right.
right there. So that's what I'm working on right now with my company, Bellissimo.
Yeah,
If y'all don't know what
yeah.
Bellissimo is, y'all been seeing me like ever since I started this podcast.
Wearing hats.
Y'all been seeing my hat game improve, and I have a custom-made Bellissimo hat that has my logo, my personal logo, on the inside of the hat. So my brother has been responsible for donating to my hat fund. At least I had a record about 11 hats. I counted 11 hats. So he was asking me for my hat. I'm like, man, you ain't gonna look good walking around with my hat. This is my color. This is I customized this. And he was like, well, put me in the game, coach. That's a little thing that we say when we trying to get put in on something. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I say?
mean?
I you know, put enough hats on my head. I can bless you with a hat. So he was like, make it unique. So it's something that I can have my own that is come from you, but it's I got you. So I started thinking, how can I customize a hat for him that make it his own? And so a lot of my guys who come into my mentorship program, when I get shirts and stuff made, I get a logo made with them with the Lions Pride. And so I said this will be perfect. And because I already had your signature already, this is your signature version. So
Yeah.
you can take this hat and you can mass produce it and put your signature on it. That's your signature version. Boom. So that's what we're working on right now. My clothing line is coming out soon. I showed you the logo for that. Inside the den. Shirts coming out. There's gonna be part of my Lions Proud apparel clothing line. So I have ambitions, brother. I got dreams that I want to accomplish. But when I become an adult, when I grow up, you know what I mean? I ain't grown yet. I'm still a big kid.
Big kid.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to be able to enjoy some of the things that I'm able to be a part of. I have a guy who, one of my buddies, Joe, he actually just started his clothing line. He's gonna help me out with some of the stuff to get me connected with the right people. And then I have I'm trying to get my books and stuff finished. The book I wrote back in 2009. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up. Pam is gonna help me with the editing.
That what she do?
Yeah, she got a couple of things she do. I'm actually, gonna start doing this other little thing, and I don't have put my thumbprint on the world, man. Huh?
There you go.
Like I said, I don't like running on this hamster wheel. I want to get off the wheel a little bit and let the wheel run by itself for a while.
Or let somebody else get on.
Yeah, let somebody got a younger back, a young back buck to run for another 15 years. I told my organization that I want to retire by the time I turn 45. I'll be 41 next month, so I have 3 years left to work this plan to retirement mode. Well, when I retire, I want to just collect 30% of my organization. 30% might not sound like a whole lot, but if I'm a multi-million-dollar organization, 30%, I can survive. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to go out and do my things and make money on my own, like motivational speaking, you know what I mean? Life coach, all that kind of, be a consultant full time where I can travel the world. Like when you showed up, you had that one bag. I don't want the stress of having to worry about a bag on the plane. I took a trip 3 weeks ago to Miami, Florida, and I didn't carry a bag with me. And I flew first class for the first time. And I understand why people do that, because it's a whole lot easier traveling when you ain't got to be looking behind and see about a bag or checking for a bag and just get to the airport and be like, I can keep walking because I ain't got to take that left and go find the baggage claim and all that. Or go over top on the overhead and pull a bag down. I ain't got time for all that. I want to be able to go do this whole process chill. Got no bags and none of that. So when I get grown, I'm gonna experience life. I'm gonna be able to travel with no bags.
No bag. I'm gonna keep me a bag. You never know. You need another pair of drawers, deodorant, toothbrush. Maybe a small bag.
It might be a strap shoulder, like like one of them little bags, but it's for like a bag. I don't need it. I buy my stuff when I get there.
You come back with a bag.
I might come back with something if I went shopping or something.
Now I'm talking about a money bag.
Yeah, that bag. I want that kind of bag. But you don't want to show up with the bag because they like, oh, we paying you too much. Put it back. I ain't got no money. I need help. You know what I mean? Come back with the bag.
This would be fun. I'm about to hold a church finger up on y'all. I got to go to the bathroom. That's for real, man. Podcast.
Go use the bathroom, man.
You want to come get my seat, just?
Go to the bathroom.
Come keep my. This is real live podcast.
Hey, this is unscripted, straight live. This man gotta go to the bathroom. Go ahead on.
In the middle.
Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all.
What our camera say? Is this camera on? Which one of these cameras? Is you watching me right? Yeah. Yeah. Come hop in the hot seat right quick. Joski, turn the mic around like this. See how mine is? Do it like that. Can't do it. I don't know what happened. That feels like that's about right. Yeah. So tell me some of your plans for after graduation.
After graduation, I plan to get straight into the field of trucking, like starting off as
you want going over the road trucking or just box trucking? Like what level of trucking?
Starting off, I'm gonna start off with box trucking, but I want to start working towards doing semis. Semis is the main goal because for me, what I've seen with semis, it's slightly easier than working with a box truck because you working with a CDL driver. Most of the time when you working with a CDL driver, they know what they're doing. They're certified for a reason. They're gonna get the job done correctly. a time pace.
With the box truck, you don't have to have a license,
Right.
so it's kind of like anybody can do it.
Right. That's the good part about having a box truck. So I'm gonna start out with that. I'm gonna start off running with a box truck, getting stacking my bread up so that I'll be able to afford a CDL.
So how does trucking fit into the life and the world of engineering?
See, as of right now, it was working as diesel mechanics. That's
Okay,
right. That's what field trucking was going as an engineer.
okay, that makes sense.
Right.
To be a diesel mechanic.
And now, as of right now, I honestly don't even. I'm not really worrying too much on becoming a mechanic anymore because the field of trucking, it's a field by itself. You really don't need anything else after that. You can take this trucking and use the money you get from that and pour it into something else, or you can keep it and just build yourself with that. What I plan to do is I plan to get into the semis, and once I have a full grip on the semis, keep running with that, and then go into stocks or go into investing in real estate, or
I know
even
a lot of young guys your age, well, maybe in your age range, are doing this forex trading. Have you ever looked at forex trading or
I never heard of it.
cryptocurrency? You never heard of
I've
that?
heard of cryptocurrency.
So cryptocurrency is a form of trading.
Right.
And then you have the forex, which is foreign exchange, things like that. All of those things are good to look at, so you can have some type of knowledge, because this world is looking to the market. Like if they was to get rid of paper money,
It would be that.
the cryptocurrency would be how they would spend currency, and only because if they trying to blame Corona on like just certain things as far as like being unsafe and nasty and just full of germs, then the alternative would be to switch to a cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin, you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Bitcoin, the forex, and the other little different things is what these youngsters are actually making money on.
Right. See, I looked into Bitcoin for a while, but then I realized how expensive it was to get into it. So I kind of backtracked off of it and decided that I should get some money into my pocket. But I'll look into the forex trading that you're talking
Yeah, the forex trading is something that you can learn how to do now in high school.
Right.
And it can actually help generate some money for you if you know how to do it and learn how to trade successfully. You could potentially graduate with, close to, six figures in the bank just by doing this.
Right.
And then that'll kind of give you a better cushion as to starting your trucking business. But in the trucking business, you want to learn how to do the diesel mechanic stuff so you can save money on your repairs.
Right.
You want to learn how to drive the truck so you can save money on, somebody, put your truck down or whatever.
Right.
But you also want to learn how to do the dispatching of loads. You can make 5 to 10% for dispatching, and you did not only dispatch for your own company, but you can dispatch for other companies as well and give them a little break discount on the price. So you can kind of help put something, like you were saying earlier, give something back. One of the hardest things about being a pillar for your community is you are expected to give back. But what happens when the other person makes it and they don't give back?
Mhm.
You're the only one that's doing it. That you're gonna get sucked dry by being by giving.
Right.
But being a pillar of the community, being able to help the other companies save money on the loads and be able to help them, retain more of their money. It's something that you can definitely sink your teeth into. But I mean, you're so young right now, man. You have a time. Well, I ain't gonna say you got time because nobody has time.
Right.
But you are so young till you can actually learn all of this before you turn 21, and you'll be a powerhouse. Like being in position to be able to help multiple generations of people your age, people above you, and then people below you. If I had to do it all over again, You know, I would take more time to get into business. I would take more time to learn other aspects of business so that I can be more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because what's more valuable than a driver? A driver that can fix his own truck. If you had to hire 10 guys right now to drive for you in 18 wheelers, and they all had all certified diesel mechanics, calls in the middle of the night.
Sure, right.
You know what I mean? And then when you have your own business, you can actually raise the qualifications on the people you hire.
Right.
No less than 5 years experience. Must have some type of truck on keep the truck on the road. And a person that can help keep that truck on the road is going to maximize your money as your money. That's the difference between a business. Let me help save the company money and let me work on my own truck, or because I don't want to mess up my money, because my money is based on your money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna keep this truck on the road. I'm gonna guarantee I got a job every night.
Right.
I'm gonna guarantee I can feed my family. But dealing with people who just don't have no value in what they're doing, just a regular employee, they're gonna always put the responsibility and say it ain't their job. It's somebody else's responsibility. And once your stuff tow up, well, you know, I can't work for you no more because you don't have your trucks ain't
where it's supposed to be. Right.
They got dog, you drive them, you tearing them up. You know what I mean? How you gonna talk about my truck being raggedy when you can't even drive it? You know, that kind of stuff. So you're in a very good position right now to be at the you stuck between two worlds, stuck between being a kid where your parents still responsible for you, and stuck between being a man where you're learning how things work. Like your daddy said, you taking chances on his dime. Well, I mean, as a business owner, it's a privilege to be able to make a mistake on somebody else's dime. So that when you do have your own business, you done worked out those mistakes. Might not be ideal for the person who dime you're using, but in the world of entrepreneurship, everybody wants to be able to make mistakes on somebody else's dime, not on their own dime. So, but you got a year to get it all together and learn as much as you learn, man. Forget all them video games and videos and hip hop and rapping, man. Watch shows about entrepreneurs. Watch, you know, how to learn how to fix stuff. Like, learn your craft. If you are the expert at your craft, no mechanic can tell you it's gonna take 10 days to get this done because I need you. 3 days tops, bro. You know, and your truck won't be stuck at a shop for 2-3 years, like some of these trucks. Like, you know, I don't want to say nobody's name, but
My truck and trailer.
hey, you said it, not me. You know, my truck and trailer got your truck for 3 years because, you know, you don't have the ability to do it yourself, or you know, they're telling you something, and they might be using your truck to fund other parts on other sort of trucks. I don't know, you know.
Right.
But having that ability to fix that problem, it really, you know, keeps you ahead of the game, and it's cheaper for you to have to, you know, you can keep your own trucks going versus depending on somebody. Dependency, man, is a form of a handicap. You got to depend on people, man. Think about a baby who got to depend on somebody to pick them up. They go to you like this and just put their arms. They can't even talk yet.
Right.
They know what this means.
Mm-hmm.
Can't move unless somebody pick you up and push you down. So when you depend on people to have to fix you up and put you down, you know, you got to go by what they say. If they tell you it's gonna cost $1 million for this truck to get fixed, unless you got some kind of way to fix it.
You better go and sell that truck. You better go and do it.
That'd be a scam out of this world. Somebody tell you it's gonna cost $1 million to fix a truck that only costs $10,000 to buy. Like, you need to tell me this truck costs this much. Oh, you can keep this truck, Mike.
Right. They keep it as a donation. I don't need no problems.
And then you gotta be careful. Another thing, you gotta be careful. Tim, I found out that these jokers around here is I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know it was as big as a thing it is now. You also be careful too, Caleb. So they have a thing that they're taking the catalytic converters off these vehicles and turning them into the scrapyard for cash. From my understanding, that you can get about $1,000 for a catalytic converter.
Wow.
And they are snatching them off your cars in the middle of the night while you sleep. And they're taking them to these junkyards and because it has a catalytic converter has platinum on the inside of it. So you can melt it down and get the platinum. The platinum is worth money.
Right.
And I think they said these Priuses have 2 of them. 2 catalytic converters, so you can get a thou hour each.
Right.
So we come in here one morning and go ahead and check these trucks in, and it sounds like a jet engine. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with this truck? Did somebody, thought that somebody put the wrong gas in it, or why it sound like that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, we're gonna put it down for repairs, get somebody to come look at the engine, because it just didn't sound like
it's like a regular truck.
The motor just sounds different. So okay, boom. The second truck, same thing. I'm like, I know they can't. This same thing couldn't happen twice. Lightning don't even strike twice in the same place. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come to find out, I talked to my field manager with the U-Hauls. They done cut the catalytic converter off these trucks, and they rented them for an in-town rental, and took the catalytic converter.
Wow.
They pulled a guy over, he said, with a 10-foot U-Haul truck, and he had in the back of the truck, they found the jaws of life. He had a jaws of life tool, the cut rebar and the cut steel.
Right.
He had about 5 catalytic converters in the back of the U-Haul truck, lights, lamps, flashlights, and everything. And that truck was reported stolen. So he was taking a U-Haul truck that he rented and was going around stealing the U-Haul catalytic converters off the U-Haul trucks, and he was getting a thou hour piece for them.
Right.
That's my new word for 1,000. Thou hour. Somebody said that to me. I'm like, I like that word, thou hour. So and then he said, if you hit somebody with a electric saw in the middle of the night, that's what they doing. Taking your catalytic converter off your car and selling it. So I asked the guy, I said, sir, is a catalytic converter, is it worth getting shot over? Because I don't know, because I would hate to see somebody, get caught with a catalytic converter in his hand, hoping to get a thou out and he get a bullet in his back. I'm just saying.
Right.
You come in folks' yard and stuff, jacking their cars up to get the catalytic converter. Now you crossing into a whole nother territory of disrespect, and now you asking to be hung. You know what I mean?
Asking.
Yeah. Then he said they snatching folks going into your crawl spaces and snatching all the wiring out your house for the copper. You go in the house, cut your AC on, you thinking, something wrong with the duct or whatever. You ain't got no duct work underneath your house. Wow. It'll crawl in through the crawl space and snatch it all out, and never have to go inside your house to do it. And so your alarm system ain't going off because the threshold hasn't been violated, and taking all your copper. I said, these jokers right here, is it getting that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Do COVID mess up your brain cells?
Hey, kill your brain cells.
Huh?
Kill your brain cells.
Is this COVID or crack 19? I don't know which one it is. Because these folks are getting crazy out here with these. I mean, dude, people work hard for what they have just to be able to live in their house. But you're gonna snatch up all your wire. Dude, think about it, man. Snatch all your wire out your house, man.
Yeah, I'd be too upset. I couldn't do it.
Shoot, man. Crazy. So you gotta protect your neck out there in the world, man. Put a camera on your trucks, man. People running around your house, man, in the middle of the night. Let their alarm go off on them. Let them dogs get them.
Yeah.
So them kind of converters, man, and for when I'm hearing a story in Mississippi, a church van got hit with a catalytic converter. They went and put another one on like a week later. That one got missing. So they done got 2 catalytic converters from the same truck.
Oh my God, guys.
Go ahead and put the third one on there. We got that one too. Fool me once, shape, huh?
Every week they thanking a different member for purchasing a
Yeah,
catalytic
we sure
converter.
appreciate that church down there and keep funding our pockets for the catalytic converters.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
So yeah, man, it's all kind of little stuff going on, man. You gotta protect your neck, man. Protect your asset at all costs, man, and be able to you don't want to. It sounds horrible without the catalytic converter on it.
It does.
It sounds like a jet engine. It sounds like the whole motor about to fall out.
Wow.
The catalytic converter is a piece that they use to cut down on the emissions in your muffler. It's most closely toward the front of the vehicle, underneath where the muffler and the tailpipes and stuff. It's a spot that they call it. It cuts down on the emissions and makes But without that son of a gun on there, sound like a doggone race car, man.
It's loud.
I thought somebody had a Harley Davidson back there. Or who got a Harley? Back there, it's this truck. I'm like, this thing here sounds horrible. Oh. Let me do this real quick. Yeah. All right, so look, it's 5:40. My man Caleb got to get on the road. He got to go do his thing. I got to answer some calls too, so I got to get off. Any final thoughts that you want to leave with the people?
For my generation, school is worth it. School is worth it. Pay attention to math, English, and reading. Most definitely. Those three most definitely pay attention to. All of them, but those three most definitely. I'll say that to any person in my generation at all.
You got any final thoughts, brother?
Man, just keep grinding. Keep grinding, everybody. Keep on doing what you're doing. You got dreams, keep on following them. Know that they ain't gonna come to you. They ain't gonna be successful if you don't put the work behind it. So whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're looking for that top spot under a Fortune 500 company, just do your best, whatever it is. Hopefully you'll be doing your best for me, because I need some good workers. Always.
Yeah. So if y'all want to get into, the trucking business, I don't know if he's up for me being a mentor, but he does mentor a lot of people. You on social media, Tim? How do we reach you? You want to?
I'm not on social media.
Not on social media. Okay.
Right now, I'm not taking any new clients as far as giving game. I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna focus on Tim phase. So
we want to get one of them dogs. How we get cut that you put on one of them dogs?
Totally different. Now, one of them dogs, man. Just stay tuned. Watch your page. I'll be tagging you when I get all my business stuff together and get these things moving. But 3E Exotic Bullies coming to you. 3E is for the original Evans boys. Me, my two brothers, and then I also got me and my three sons. And so we got the 3E thing going on. So we're gonna keep that rolling.
All right. Well, there you have it, man. This has been a blessing in disguise. Having my brother here on set instead of through a Zoom or a video call. This is my ace boom boom right here. Love this man to death. Glad you came through town, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, anytime you in town, I'm putting them on camera so we can have this little time to chop it up. Y'all don't know this, but I used to start off my mornings off with a conversation with him before we get started, and we done collaborated, wrote songs together. I need on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get that to me before we leave, we can do something with that. But yeah. But I don't want to hold you all up. It's the middle of the day. It is Wednesday. Like I say, tune in next Wednesday for our weekly Wisdom Wednesday. We're gonna get back on track with that. But I had to bless y'all with this surprise, this little treat that we had with my brother being in town. This is your boy Daniel Lyons and Evans, and you are live inside the den. Please like and subscribe me, my channel on YouTube, Inside the Den here. I am on Inside the Den on Facebook. 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 I'm on Inside the Den on Twitch and Inside the Den on Instagram. And I'm also streaming live right now on Daniel Lyons and Evans on my personal page. So you all watching right now, thank y'all for spending this time with us and tuning in. We will see you all Saturday at 4:00. Got another guest coming to sit down with us this weekend, and at our normal time, 4:00 on Saturday, Inside the Den. We are in here, and this is what's going on right now inside the den. Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to you soon. Go ahead, stop on all in.